Namaste, I'm Vajra. Welcome to today's breath work practice, a 15-minute favorite of mine, what I'm going to call the purification breath and a blessing of our energy centers. It's my go-to breath almost on a daily basis and probably the one that I share most often with others, with my students, because it really creates stillness in the mind. It requires a focus of both a physical, because we'll be drawing up the energy through different areas of the body that I will explain, a physical focus and a mental focus, because for an extended period of time, we'll be doing a variation on the box breath that we practiced in a previous video, but that I will explain in full detail here. Another benefit of the breath is actually moving beyond the boundaries of focus and stillness that we kind of have placed within our own field of limitation, because it's going to challenge us to focus on an even more subtle level and be still on a physical level and then also on a mental level. But the beauty of this breath is that that will come. That's a natural byproduct of the breath. And then the bigger challenge is, can we rest in that space, that stillness, that peace that will naturally arise as the benefit, the fruit of our practice, our labor. Once we complete the purification breath exercise, we're going to take a few deep inhales and exhales. And again, I'll walk you through this process step by step. And we're going to offer ourselves self-care, love in the form of attention, what I'm calling a blessing for each of the energy centers in the body. That we have 7, otherwise known as chakras, which we'll explain in further detail at another time. But just so you can be aware for the moment, into the pelvic floor, into the belly, into the solar plexus area, into the heart, into the throat center, the third eye center, which is the pineal gland, the center of the mind, and then the crown of the head. And often, sometimes it's also said that we have actually 8 chakras, which is this radiating womb-like egg-shaped energy that actually completely encompasses our whole body and our auric field. Let's begin. You can find your seat, which is really important. If you're sitting cross-legged sitting like me, and this is comfortable for you, we're going to be here probably for about the next 10 minutes or so, then that's wonderful, that's great. But if you need a little bit of support, I have here a pillow and a cushion. The pillow can very easily go behind your back and help you to keep an upright spine. This would be helpful if you have lumbar tension or tightness and need a little bit of help having a little bit of a straighter line in your back. You can also use this cushion or something like this cushion, a pillow or something that you have in your house, to go underneath the seat, and that'll lift up the hips so that you have a little bit more space if your hips are tight or if your knees are tight. If this cross-legged seated position doesn't work for you, you are welcome to sit in a flat back chair if you have one, or any chair, and just really strive to maintain a long spine. Feet on the floor often helps. Knees and ankles, knees and hips in a line. But you're totally welcome to sit in a chair if that's of greater service to your physical organism. So we're going to go step by step today. The purification breath actually builds on the box breath or samavritti breathing technique, which is a square breath, right? It's an inhale and then a pause, holding the breath in, and then an exhale, and then a pause, holding the breath out. And the reason that it's called box breathing is because the inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause all have the same count, right? So we'll say inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I'll count like that for most of the practice. There will be some moments when I'll be a little bit more silent and allow you to start to feel into the length of the sequence and the expansion and contraction of the breath within your organism, and also into those pauses. Those pauses are really important. They're called a kumbhaka. A kumbhaka is a breath retention, either between the inhale and the exhale, or the exhale and the inhale. And what's metaphorically important is that in these pauses, it's the moment where the potential for what is going to happen in the next moment is available. So whether you respond or react to the stimuli in your environment, in that pause is where your choice lives, and that's where your power lives, and that's where your potential to affect change in your world lives. That's the kumbhaka. That's the power of the pause. And we're going to be practicing that as part of our inhalation, taking in the energy, taking in the information, taking in the intention, and the exhales, releasing what doesn't serve us, letting go of anything that may be in our way. So let's begin with the box breathing technique, and I'm going to count us through about the first 3 and then allow you the last 2 on your own. So it will be inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Once we complete the box breathing, I'll bring you right into the purification breath, explaining the next step in the sequence, and then moving into the breath together for 5, 6, or 7, and then on your own again. And then we'll continue in this way until we come to the blessing of the energy centers. So again, find your seat. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale out, just soften everything everywhere. You can take your attention to your knees and just have the intention to relax. You can move your attention to your hips and just have the intention to relax. You can move your attention to your heart space and just have the intention to relax. Shoulders, relax. Face, relax. Mind, relax. And then bring all of your attention just into your breath. Stay relaxed. Observe the first 3 natural inhales and exhales, not doing anything, but just observing your body in its perfect in the moment form, doing what it does to keep you alive. And the next time that you exhale out, just push the breath out a little bit more. And we'll inhale all together. So take a deep breath in through the nose, inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Pausing the breath here, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling through the nose, 2, 3, 4. And pausing the breath out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. You're going to take this last breath on your own, inhaling when you're ready. With your next inhale, just very slowly and gently opening your eyes. So that was the box breathing technique. Now we're going to build on that for the purification breath. And what's going to happen is we're going to do something in between the inhales and the exhales, in the kumbhaka, in the pause. So you'll inhale 2, 3, 4, and then you'll pause. And what you're going to do on the pause is you're going to pull the pelvic floor in and up. You're going to pull the belly in and up. You're going to pull the throat back, and then you're going to take your attention to the third eye and the crown. These are called the bandhas. There are 3 bandhas. One is the pelvic floor muscles, right? You're going to squeeze them in and up. Then it's Uddiyana bandha, so the belly muscles kind of squeeze and hug back. And this will create the effect of lifting up the spine and creating space in the lumbar region of the spine, in the lower thoracic region of the spine. When you get to the third bandha, Jalandhara bandha, you kind of make a hollow back throat and pull the neck back a little bit. This will create the effect of lifting up through the upper thoracic and the cervical. And then you bring your attention to the third eye and the crown. This is not actually a bandha. There are only 3, but this is kind of the 4th moment when we send the energy up fully to the top of the head. Then you're going to exhale, releasing the bandhas, releasing the breath. 2, 3, 4. And you're going to hold the breath out. So another kumbhaka. And you'll do the same thing. You'll squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, Mula bandha. You'll squeeze the belly back, Uddiyana bandha. You'll squeeze the throat back, Jalandhara bandha. And you'll look to the third eye and the crown. This is as you hold. 2, 3, 4. And then you'll release the bandhas and bring in the inhale. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do that probably for about 10 rounds. I'll walk you through the first 5, 6, or 7, and then leave you on your own for the second part of it. So just stay with me as much as you can. If you get confused, just pause, take an inhale and an exhale, and then rejoin when it feels like you can enter back in with a clear mind and a relaxed energy. And again, if you are unclear about the bandhas, just inhale, pause, exhale, pause, and just take the idea of moving your energy up through the spine all the way out from the tailbone to the crown. Just feel into that on the pauses, on the kumbhakas. If you have any questions, you can write to me after the class. I think it's time to begin. So inhale and exhale, nice long spine. We'll do it again 2 more times, inhaling and exhaling. So with your next exhale, really release the breath all the way out. And then as you're ready, we'll inhale all together. 2, 3, 4. Pause, pull in the pelvic floor, pull in the belly, pull in the throat. Look to the third eye and the crown for a moment, and then exhale and release. 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath out now, pulling in the pelvic floor, the belly, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Release and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pausing at the top, pulling in the pelvic floor, the belly, the throat, Attention comes to the third eye and the crown. And then release the breath, release the bandhas. 2, 3, 4, all the way down. Hold the breath out. Pull in the pelvic floor, pull in the belly, pull in the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Release the hold, and then go ahead and inhale the breath. 2, 3, 4. Pausing at the top, pulling in the pelvic floor, the belly, the throat, looking to the third eye and the crown. Exhale, releasing the breath, releasing the holds. 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath out, pulling in the pelvic floor, the belly, the throat, looking to the third eye and the crown. Release the holds and then go ahead and inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in, pelvic floor, belly, throat, third eye, and crown. Release the breath, release the binds. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out at the bottom. Pull in the pelvic floor, pull in the belly, pull back the throat, look to the third eye and the crown. Release the holds and then inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. Pelvic floor, belly, throat, third eye, crown. Exhale, release the breath, release the binds all the way down to the floor, and then pause the breath, hold it out, pull in the pelvic floor, the belly, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Exhale, release the breath all the way out, and then begin again, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing, pulling in the bandhas, inhaling, pause and pull in the bandhas, exhaling, hold the breath out, pull in the bandhas. Again, inhale, pause, pull in the bandhas, exhale, pause, pull in the bandhas. Inhale, pause, pull in the bandhas. Exhale, pause, pull in the bandhas. Do 3 rounds on your own, the best you can. After your next exhale, return to just the box breathing. Continue to inhale and exhale and pause, but don't pull in the bandhas. Let's inhale all together. And then as we pause, just bring your attention to the pelvic floor. Exhale, hold your attention in that space. And keep your attention there as you pause. Inhale your attention into the belly button and sacrum area, and then pause. Exhale here, and then pause. Just practicing moving our awareness. Inhaling into the solar plex area where the ribs come together in the front, and then pausing. Exhaling, keeping your attention here, just moving the energy and opening space as you pause. Inhaling into the heart space with your next breath, and then finding a moment for pause, for opening. Exhaling, keeping the heart open even as you release the breath, and pausing in a moment just to offer that blessing of your attention. Inhaling into the throat space, pausing there for a moment, this beautiful communication center. Let it be open. Exhaling when you're ready. And pausing, keeping that space open. Inhaling into the third eye, into the center of the mind, filling the mind with light on your pause if you can. Exhaling, holding your attention there in the center of the mind, willing to keep the mind open as you pause. And then your final moment, your final inhale will bring you to the crown of the head, keeping that crown center open for a beautiful exchange with the world above and around you. Pausing, exhale, and pausing. And then one final inhale that fully encompasses your whole body, your whole field, as far as the arms and legs can reach. Pausing in time. Maybe bringing a slight smile to your face, a softness to the eyes, an openness to the heart, and a relaxation in the belly, letting the breath go. Bringing your hands to your heart and opening your eyes. Blessings to you on your journey. Namaste.